Guys, Sean here, Less Lethal for Dummies. Today I thought I'd just do a little back in time video. So this was my original Vulcan M17. You can see there, it says Vulcan on it. This was a Vulcan, not a Milsig. This was probably my fourth marker that I purchased, but probably the third that it was intention was Less Lethal. So it's old. It's about 3 years old, 3 or 4. It's had thousands of rounds through it, probably close to 4,000 rounds. Well over 3. I don't know if I touched 4, but it was through some serious abuse in my early years when I was drilling and modifying and blowing up regulators. Just some of the ones I got left. So I bought a new regulator for this because I had blown so many up, and honestly, used to be able to just buy the body. You can't buy the body anymore, so it's kind of expensive to replace it if you're doing what I do, and that's ruin them by drilling holes in them and stuff like that. So I bought a brand new one to install in this. But sad news, I have too many M17s, and Frosty moved on to a better home, to a very good fellow countryman, for a song and a dance. Not trying to make money off anybody. As I always said, it's not a business for me, but instead this was just making room for a new one. But the problem with Frosty was that it had a temperamental regulator because of the modifications I'd done to it, and I just couldn't send it out like that. So Frosty got a brand new one that was supposed to go in this marker. So now I've just installed this into my original M17. This doesn't leak, but because of what I've done to it, I take some fine tuning to get it to work. And you know, not everybody's wants to take part in that. They just want their stuff to work, and kind of what I do here is tinker and play around and push the envelope, maybe sometimes a little too much. So in any case, it ended up back on here for a little shooting spree today. Well, not a little, just a couple of shots, just to make sure it's still functioning as it was many years ago. Original bolt, original air chamber, original pin, original screw for the firing pin. It did need to get Loctited twice in those 3,000 plus rounds, but it is the original, not bent, not damaged. All I had to do was tighten it back up. Best part about the M17, it is built like a tank. Original Milsig M17 trigger that I pried from Kaizo over at Less Lethal Defense a long time ago as well. I know he's probably regretting that now, but he did have 2 at the time, or 3, I can't remember. But if he's watching, he knows. In any case, upgraded trigger springs, but the reality is the major moving parts inside are all the original. Original bolt spring is even in this thing. I did do a lot of testing with aftermarket springs, and I never found something that I really felt comfortable relying on. I have a new source that I'm waiting for as we speak, but I don't know what's gonna happen with that. But in any case, enough chatting. I am going to test something else that you probably haven't seen, or you'd have to go way back in my channel buried in some nonsense, is an Amotech Freak A5, distributed by Vulcan, that's why their name's on it. This barrel works very well in a TIPX, and if you noticed, the insert goes in the rear on an A5, unlike an FSC where it goes in the front and your fire protector actually secures it inside. So this barrel relies 100% on it threading in all the way and butting up against the breech block, which retains your insert. Previously tested this once before, my bolt got stuck inside because in the M17 it doesn't quite butt up flush. So this insert can do this. And when it was like this, the bolt went in and got stuck. And well, you get the picture. But I'm gonna fire it again today, just because it's a mishmash. So why not have a mishmash barrel in there too? I'll even play a little tune for you. Tick tock, tick tock. Yeah, that's not my clock on the wall. And that wasn't a song either, but that is the insert banging around in there. So let's see if it fires. This is bypassed, drilled regulator, 1000 PSI, first strike tank. I need it on off. I'm gonna use a GOG. Thread that guy in there. This just has a foam Vulcan detent, singular detent in there, no shimming or nothing. So I'm not gonna air it with the mag in, just because I'm expecting my balls to drop. DK? DK, anybody? Yeah, so 1000 PSI. Airs, this is a 682 insert in here. It is an 8-inch barrel, I believe. Man, it's been a long time. I think it's an 8-inch barrel and the insert's only 5 inches, so it's not a full control bore, but it is what it is. Kenner eyeballs, 9.9 gram. See what it does. Oh, geez, that was loud on the ears. 354. So that's well over 50. 350. It's making my dogs bark. 350. I forgot this thing hits like a hammer. Geez, guys. It's been a while. My recent M17 build, I'm still rocking it without doing any other modifications because holding myself to it, I'm running it with no upgraded springs, no nothing, with a reasonable output pressure of 800 PSI just to see how long it might take to have a failure. There's a lot of false information out there about the M17, and really it's people that don't understand how it works or didn't put in the time. All these markers can be frustrating, but that says it right there, guys. Yeah, it's been a while since I saw those kind of numbers flying out at the end. One more on the chrono, I think. 352, and I'll just fire the rest off. I think I put 11 in there. that didn't wake the neighbors. I don't know what will. Yeah. That's a little back history on my original M17. Might see it make an appearance again here shortly. Good news though, the bolt did not get stuck in my barrel. I still don't like that. I don't recommend that barrel. Unfortunately, I don't have another barrel to test in the M17 because they sent it with Frosty, so that's kind of why I'm using this. But I could take the other one out, and you know, or whatever. Okay, yeah, like, subscribe, share, blah, da, 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 da. And I'll have more content probably with my TIPX next, because Mr. LLC, watching his videos, and Mustafa posting his numbers today, it makes me want to play again. Sometimes the markers get hung up for a little while, but you know, I love when I see other people get excited about their builds, and it inspires me. So I hope something I do inspires you guys. See you on the next one.